I was just reading a few posts on Facebook, and someone said it's spring fever in San Francisco, and I think that's about right. It is spring fever in San Francisco. I hope you're having an incredible day out there. It is obviously a gorgeous day here, again on the back porch of my home in San Francisco, my little oasis of nature in the city. And over the last couple of weeks, I have been immensely enjoying watching the Olympic Games and have gotten very enthralled by it. I am a Canadian Czech American, both by birth and by heritage, born in Toronto, Canada. My father was born in Czechoslovakia, in the Czech Republic side, and my mom was born in Chicago. However, her parents were from Czechoslovakia, also the Czech Republic side. So that leaves me sitting strongly as a Canadian Czech American. I have dual citizenship and currently live in the beautiful United States of America in the most amazing city of the world, San Francisco. And when it comes to sports, my loyalties usually fall in that order: Canadian, Czech, American. Sometimes Americans and Czechs swap. This is my home now, and I'm very proud of it. However, I have been really incredibly enjoying watching the Olympic Games, and I was thinking about it this morning. I'm going to miss them. They finished today, and realizing that there's really three key things that I love about the Games, and I think in those three key things that I love about the Games, there's a lot for all of us to learn. The number one thing is watching people absolutely be their best, and I think that's an important distinction to make. Not being the best, being their best. Not being the best, being my best. Not being the best, being your best. And when I was younger, I often admired Olympic athletes and thought, wow, I don't have that kind of commitment, dedication to spend years of your life, I mean decades in some cases, just committed to one thing, so that at one moment in time you could actually stand on the podium and say, today I am the best in the world at this. That was really how I viewed it. And I remember traveling to Mount Everest years ago and thinking that would be one of my chances to feel that way, right? If I climbed to the top of Mount Everest, I could say in that point in time that I am at the highest place in the world. That as far as, climbing to the highest point, I could do no better. That was the pinnacle. And, as time passed, what became apparent to me was two things. One, obviously, I was not connected with the idea, the concept, the truth, that it's the journey, not the destination. And that getting to the top of Mount Everest and being able to say, I'm at the top, that's not an end. That's just a middle. That's just a stop along the way. The second thing was that it's not about being the best. It's about being my best. It's about being your best. And as I've watched the Olympic Games and I've watched Olympic athletes be interviewed, some of them gold medals, silver medals, bronze medals, some of them just competing, I've seen that in their eyes and I've seen that in their stories. Is that where the pride comes from, the joy comes from, is the fact that knowing they showed up and gave their best. And whatever the result of their best was, it's enough. And so that's the first thing, is to remember that it's about giving your best. Don't compare yourself to anyone, okay? Comparison is a valuable tool when you're shopping for airline tickets or comparing mangoes in the grocery store, but it is not a valuable tool when you're looking at yourself and evaluating yourself. If you start comparing yourself with other people, even comparing yourself with other moments in your own life, all there is the now. All there is you. Are you being the best you in the moment, as it demands, as you want to be? Second thing I love about the Olympics is the absolute passion and desire that is on display throughout. I will give you a piece of advice that will change your life. Whether it's your career, your business, your relationships, your friendships, whether it's sport, whatever it is in your life, always recruit desire, don't recruit potential. The truth of it is there are millions of athletes who with incredible potential sitting at home right now thinking about those games, watching those games. And there are hundreds of athletes at the Olympic Games right now who may not have had the most natural talent, but they had the most desire, the most passion, And that desire and that passion fueled something that was key for them being there today, and that was hard work. And oftentimes in life, we will see that the person who works hardest outperforms the person with more talent. For me, that's incredibly inspiring, because there's a lot of times in my life where I've gotten by giving less than my all. I'm the guy that in high school didn't really have to study and could still pull off A's. As I skipped forward to college, university, I could still kind of slide by in B pluses and not giving 100% of me. And I have experiences in my life of giving 100%, and going back to the first point, that's really the key. When I'm not, I know I'm not being my best. And regardless of how I end up, I can use comparison and I can say, oh, look, out of these 100 people, I finished first. But I finished first giving 90% of what I'm capable of. Or, out of these 100 people, I finished 25th. But I finished 25th giving 100%. I can guarantee you that I feel better about myself. My self-estimate of me is higher when I've given 100%. So over these past few weeks, I've been inspired. Watching people give that 100%. Watching people use that passion and that desire, knowing that they have put months, years, decades of hard work into being their best. Not the best, their best. And for me, that's incredibly inspiring, for me to step up my own game and to realize that anytime I'm not giving 100% of me, anytime I'm not showing up 100% to whatever I'm doing, I'm selling myself out. And the third reason I loved watching the games, and maybe the most important for me, is the stories. I once heard Sir Ben Kingsley speaking, and he said he was a storyteller. And the reason that was important is because stories heal us. And I can say that I've been healed by some of the stories I've seen over the last 2 weeks. Stories about athletes, stories about people, stories about love, stories about challenges, about obstacles, stories about life. And at the end of the day, isn't really that what it's about? Isn't that what we're all drawn to? Is story. A story of our life, which is the fabric of our life. And so if I leave you with one thing, I'll leave you with this. Be grateful for the story you have. I'm sure it has ups and downs. I'm sure it has hardships and challenges. I'm sure it has triumphs and successes. And it's your story. And inside of that story of your life, be your best, not anyone else's, just yours. And bring to it passion and desire. And in doing that, every moment of your life can be your Olympic moment, over and over and over and over again. And around your neck is hanging a gold medal. However, it's not a medal. It's a feeling. It's a knowing that you are celebrating your life with passion, with desire, and that you are making the most of every moment you have, because we truly never know which Olympic moment will be our last. Make today an amazing day. I'm going to go enjoy this spring fever in San Francisco. Love and gratitude.